Hi, happy Manga Monday. Today I'm going to be talking about Itou Kun Doesn't Know How to Love. I think that's how you say his name. I'm going to be calling him Itou throughout it. This is a comedy, a romance, kind of a little bit of drama, slice of life, and school life. They are in high school and they are third years. Our female lead is called Oshiyushi Aika. I think. You know me. Can't pronounce nothing right. So our main female lead, is actually viewed originally as like a very rebellious, rebel kind of girl. She's dating a really not very nice guy who's very mean to her, and our main male character, Itou, is new to the school. But it's really strange. When he comes to the school, his whole face is covered in band-aids. Just like a ton of gauze. Like, you can't see his face whatsoever. So our female lead is really curious, and she actually confronts him one day and grabs the band-aids, and she sees he has no face. So he is actually a faceless ghost or spirit. What are they called? Yokai? Once she finds out what he really is, he threatens her, and she totally agrees. She says she won't tell anybody his secret. After this confrontation, he asks her to kind of be like his human world guide. He is hundreds of years old, but he hasn't been to the human realm in over 400 years. So now that he's in the present day and age, he needs a human to tell him about like clothes and electronics and, you know, what love is and relationships. And that's kind of how it goes into them getting in a relationship, is because her boyfriend, who is a delinquent, hits her in the face because she's hanging out with Faceless. And he's jealous, and he's just kind of like an a-hole. He goes to hit her again, and Faceless stops him and says, don't do that. Don't bully her. She's my friend. Her boyfriend stabs Faceless in the side and is very confused why Itou, who is Faceless, isn't reacting and not panicking. So Itou, whatever, removes his bandages, and her boyfriend sees, and he freaks out, and he goes basically mentally insane. He has a nervous breakdown. He gets taken away to the hospital. She breaks up with her boyfriend, and then she ends up starting to date Itou. Now, Itou is not like the only spiritual character in this manga. Aside from him, there are a couple other ones. Our main other one is like a fox spirit, and there's like a love triangle that ends up becoming a love square. But outside of that, it doesn't go any more crazy beyond that point, which is nice. Our characters are very devoted to each other. Our female lead, like, she gets to that point where she like just adores him and loves him and just like sticks by his side, which is really nice to kind of see like that unwavering love and affection. So they have a really good relationship in that regard. On the other hand, even though Itou does like her and want her to be happy, he is still not familiar with a lot of human feeling, emotion, facial expression, what they like, what they don't like. So even though he's not trying to hurt her feelings or upset her or ignore her, it does happen, and she just doesn't automatically come forward and say what's bothering her. So he doesn't know what's wrong because she won't say what's wrong right away. He can only see like her aura and how like her aura changes colors around her. Aside from the main storyline, the side characters only, like, you get to see a little bit into like the side character life. Like, you'll get little off splits, like maybe like a chapter will be devoted to a side character to just kind of you know, tell their story and give a little input here and there, which is kind of nice, so you get a little bit of background into other characters, but not so much that you forget who the main characters are. Now, I will say, I was getting, the last like 2 chapters had me choked up. I was like on the verge of tears and crying. It was tough, but it was a really good manga, and I would highly recommend it. It is complete. There is no sex or anything inappropriate. The most that they do is kissing and holding hands. For me, the art style was kind of like so-so. It wasn't the worst I've ever seen. It's not my favorite, but I will say that the artist did a really good job at making the male character really attractive, even though he didn't have a face, which I know doesn't make any sense, but trust me, if you read it and you look at it, you'll get what I mean, okay? I did really think this manga was pretty unique, just considering I haven't read many where a faceless, actually, let me clarify. I have yet to read, aside from this one, a manga or a webtoon that contains a faceless spirit that gets involved in a romantic relationship with a human. This is a first for me, and I think it was very unique and intriguing, and I just really enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye!